This is part 2 of my Rubik's Cube instructional video. Next, you need to understand how to turn the sides of a cube and what each letter means. If you see the letter U in an algorithm, that means face the upper side, which will be red in this case, head on, and turn it what would be clockwise to you. Like that. If it said UI, that means face the top part. Turn it counterclockwise. I means inverse. Now, if it said R, face the right side, which would be yellow in my case, turn it clockwise. RI is inverse. Now, if it has two R's in a row, turn it twice. Two RI's in a row, turn it the counterclockwise direction twice. Now, if it says B or back, you would face the back and turn it clockwise. It's not the view from the front. Like this would be the opposite. Don't worry that. That would not be clockwise. You have to face the side. After a while, you'll be able to picture that side without actually turning the whole cube to look at it. It's also sort of tricky to look at the bottom or the left since you're not facing them head on, like these sides. Now, like I said before, you can be looking at the cube from any direction. You know, upper can be any color. Just depends on which algorithm you need to use. If you've seen my first video and followed the instructions, your cube should look something like this at some point, with several little T's, as you can see here, because the edges match up with the centers, and you should have the bottom side solved. I know it can be frustrating while trying to solve the cube, but just take a deep breath every once in a while, take a little break, just try not to get too angry. The next step is getting the middle layer edge pieces. You should have the little T's as I mentioned before. What you should do is find an edge piece sharing two colors, such as the red and the yellow side. So what you would do is you would rotate it until that particular edge piece lines up with one of the sides. This over here is not good, and this next algorithm won't work. But over here, you can easily rotate this piece down to that section. The pieces that are shaded gray are not important in this section. You may see that in some of the other pictures. If this is the situation your cube is like, if it looks like this, if you got one edge piece above its target, all you need to do is perform the following algorithm. Make sure that the edges align in color. You can see that the yellow T looks a little longer than the orange one. That's a good sign. Make sure that the edge is sharing the two sides. In this case, it's yellow and orange, but it could be yellow and white. It just depends on what piece you're trying to get in place. In this case, I just happen to be in the same position that was shown in that picture. You may want to write down that last algorithm. You'll use it many times, and it is incredibly important. So, here I have the yellow-orange edge piece. It needs to go down there. Now you may think that the orange side, that edge is complete, but it's the wrong edge. It has white on the other side, and it doesn't line up with the yellow side. So I will look head on at this corner as shown in the picture, so that the designated edge is right here, and the target is on the front corner. I will now perform the algorithm, which is UR, UI, RI, UI, FI, UF. And that edge piece has placed itself in the correct location. Now sometimes you run into a situation where the edge piece is on the other side, and you'll have to use an alternate algorithm. It is quite similar to the other one, basically a mirrored version, and it takes just as long to learn. I don't have an example for that algorithm right now, but I'll show you another little detail. If you have an edge piece in the wrong place or turned the wrong way and you don't know how to get out, it's simple. Just perform the first algorithm or the second one, which you should have written down somewhere by now. So I'll perform the first one. And the edge piece has been popped out, and you'll find it somewhere along the top. Now, in this case, I need to use the first algorithm to get the edge piece where it needs to go. I've got it above the correct side, looking at it head on, so I'll perform the first algorithm. After a while, the algorithms become automatic, and it's very easy. For the second one, if you want to get a piece down there, just look at the corner, perform the algorithm. In this case, you need to use the first one again. One thing you never want to do is perform the algorithm when you have an edge piece that is not aligned with its side. This would be wrong, this is right. Never perform the edge algorithm when your cube looks like this, or it will look like this. After you have all the edges in place, your cube will look very nice. It should look a lot like this, and the bottom will still be intact. None of those algorithms should have disturbed the green pieces. When you finish with each one, double check to make sure you did it correctly, and the bottom will still look like this. There's one algorithm that will work for the next few steps. It will work if your cube looks like this, or this, or this, or this. At this point, you should find a way to memorize the algorithms, whether just by getting used to the feel of it, but remember the letters, or coming up with a word or phrase like that last one. I remembered it as URUiRiUiFiUF or something like that. That doesn't work with all the algorithms, but it does with this one. Now, all that algorithm will do is get the blue cross, but the pieces will not necessarily be in the right location. You'll see what I mean. In this case, I've got the line down the middle. I'll perform the algorithm. Now, I was lucky. It only took one step. If you perform the algorithm and it doesn't get the blue cross, you should have gotten one of the situations I showed you, and you can perform it again and again until you finally get the blue cross. Alright? Now you'll notice that, ooh yay, we got one side lined up, but the other three are not. So for this, you'll need the following algorithm. Here's what it will achieve. It will rotate 3 of the edge pieces counterclockwise, except for the one that was in the correct place. If you had 2 that were out of place, this algorithm will work as well. It's okay if you come to a situation where there are 2 consecutive edges that are in the correct place and 2 that are not. All you need to do is rotate it, and eventually you'll have a situation where only 1 is in the correct place. Then you can perform the algorithm. If you have 2 opposite edges in the right place, you want to do the algorithm that I just showed you, and then you should be able to get only 1 edge. So, I'll now perform the algorithm. Okay, now all the edges are in the correct place. It will not always work the first time, but it will usually work the second. There is a way, however, to get the pieces to rotate exactly where you want them. Know where the pieces are and figure out where they'll go if it's all rotating counterclockwise. If you want to rotate clockwise, use the following algorithm. And here's what it will achieve. You should now have successfully created the blue cross with matching edges.